Hello and welcome to Kakistocracy. My name is Chris Adams. I am here with Joseph P. Larkin. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Yeah, I can't complain, I guess.
Really?
Yeah,
that
no,
doesn't
really.
that doesn't seem like you. In fact, I think
What?
complaining is your whole thing.
Yeah, but also, what's the point of even complaining about the same problems week after week? Do you guys really want to hear what the Indians did today? You know what they did. They slammed a bunch of doors and stomped around like a fucking child.
Hmm.
And that's it. You know what I mean? All my problems, they never change. It's the same fucking shit. It just gets slightly worse with each passing day. But yeah, I
Right.
don't know how to solve these problems. At least they live there and not some fucking violent thug. Yeah, you know what I mean? It could be worse, I guess.
Could be worse. Yeah.
No, it
Um,
could not get any worse than this. There's no way.
um,
Unless another Indian family just moved in on this side instead. No, no, on both sides. That would be a living hell. That's
yeah.
probably our future, dude. All of us. Dude, so few of the Indians have left India, have even just traveled out of India. So we really are just seeing the best and the brightest, and they absolutely are the worst humans I've ever had the misfortune of being around. They suck in every conceivable way. It's like amazing. Every box you could click off, they click off. And then they have the arrogance to say they don't understand why. You
Yeah.
smell bad, you're ugly, you're loud, your voice is grating. You
Hmm.
assault. If you touch me, that's even grosser. So you assault literally every fucking human sense, like shit. And then I feel like you attack my sixth sense. My sixth sense is just this like deep seated instinct not to get raped. You ping that, motherfuckers. Every goddamn one of you do. And I'm not even a woman. I don't even want to think
Hmm.
about what it's going to be like for women in this country. What it is like for women in this country right now with this third
Yeah.
world invasion,
Well, it's
bringing
funny.
their diverse rape tactics over here. That's the only diversity you get is that there's a diversity in weapons they use when they rape you. It'll make you sick, whatever the knife is the sick has, or it'll be. I mean, shit, man. I don't know. Dude, it's getting rough out there.
Right. And we have our own homegrown people that are a problem. I'll let this video kind
Why is she drunk?
of. I don't know how she got on there.
Yeah, I'm so confused.
Maybe she has a new.
Yeah. Like I don't get what she did, but yeah, we we already have women in this country. We don't need to add more problems on top of it.
Women are the reason why
Uh,
we have all these immigrants in the country too. All they are
right.
just troublemakers. Really, I more and more I believe that you should just smack them around constantly, endlessly. It's the only way to get them to. They're the same as blacks, Indians. They all just only respond to violent acts and the threat of violence, the potential threat, even just the potential threat of violence. Like, I was talking about that Indian earlier, dude. He's never ever looked at me again. I've seen him
Mm,
outside. I've driven by when he's outside. He won't even look in the direction of me. The second he sees it's me, they're such fucking cowards. Like this is what I love the best about living in an environment like this with all these fucking third world pussies. That they really are the biggest pussies on earth. Unless you're a girl, if you're a girl
mm,
all alone, then they're tough guys, especially when they're in a group.
mm-hmm.
But otherwise, they're the biggest pussies. So all the pussies that have fucked with me, every time I see them outside, they always look away. They won't make eye contact. All I want to do is smile at you like a psycho does. Why can't you just let me have my moment where I smile at you while you frown aggressively? Why can't we have that together? Why can't we share that? Don't you like that, Chris? I love it. When I'm walking by someone who clearly is not, who does not like me and they're grimacing or whatever, I just start smirking or something. I can't help it. I'm just like, yeah, I don't care that you don't like me. In fact, I kind of like it because I didn't like you to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
now we're just on even footing, really. This is a good thing
Right.
for you to at least acknowledge the fact that you don't like me. Because I do not like you and I hate hiding it. Ugh, it's a nightmare to hide the hate, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Much rather be playing hide the salami.
Well, I don't know. Yes, obviously yes, but Just it has to be with the right person. Because here's an example. This is from probably the most known podcast. One of them, at least among women.
Like, one fucked up thing. If my mom doesn't want to fuck him, I don't want to be with him. And I hate to say it, but it's so true. If your mom is like, he's nice. Nope. I want my mom to be flirty with him. I want to see that she gets excited when this man walks in the room. And that is so disgusting and sick. But my mom is nodding, listening. Be like, yep, I want my daughter to be with a fucking hot, like, because my mom and I are very independent.
No,
If we're going to have a man in our life, they need to be an asset.
Look at that
Take it.
cankle.
And that's on that.
I do have to say, I tell my mom.
She's dressed like
everything too,
Violent
okay?
J from the
And-
Insane Clown Posse, and she looks like she has the same body type too.
Well,
Women are
if you
sick,
notice,
dude. Dude, women are sick. Listen to this.
they just
Yeah.
gas each other up.
Yeah, this is what girl talk is like. Trust me, this is why I hate them. I've hated them since I was a teenager. Because I had 3 older sisters. I listened to this shit all the time, and you try to gaslight yourself and be like, they're not all like this. These are just sick people. I just live with some sick people. Every woman is like that. In fact, my sisters, I always say this, are the most normal women I know compared to the women I've dated and shit. Please, they're really crazy. They've done some fucked up shit. You know what I mean? My sisters have
Right.
never like accused anyone of beating them up or some bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? They're not even anywhere near as crazy as the most modern women right now are.
Right. Right.
Who look at
then-
love as a competition. Love is a
Right.
competition.
And then like they'll well, this has happened to a few people, but where they'll lie and say that like the guy hit him or something, because they know that it's in California especially, if there's a police report made, someone has to go to jail. Doesn't matter who, someone has to, and they usually side with the woman. So the guy usually ends up in jail for at least the night, and then he has to spend the rest like months trying to disprove the whole thing in court.
Whatever. Yeah.
You know, just because she was mad.
Whatever. Mm-hmm.
It happens.
Whatever.
People say it doesn't, but it happens a lot more than people realize. You know,
I think it happens constantly. Probably every man in his life gets a false accusation tossed his way. Like I think I told this story
At
before,
least
but I'll
one.
tell it again. Where like I was drinking with this chick and we were super drunk. We were drinking at the Hard Rock Cafe in Hollywood. That's how drunk we were. And then we went back to my place and we were fooling around and she kept biting my nipple. And so she bit. She was. I guess she was super drunk and I was drunk, but I was drunk too, so it's not the big deal. But she kept biting my nipple and I said no. And then finally I just turned over and I was like, I'm not fucking you. And then when I woke up the next day and she was sober, she goes, did we have sex last night? And I said, no. She goes, good, because that would have been a rape. Rape.
okay.
If anything, I believe that I was abused because she kept biting my nipple when I said I didn't like it. That's rape.
Right. Yeah.
That's toothy rape.
At least assault.
I mean, listen, yeah, no means fucking no. I don't understand this shit. Women do this all the time where something that maybe they're into, they try to force it on you. When you say no, they just do it anyway. They're way worse than men, and they're hornier than men too. I don't believe I've ever bit a woman's nipple, at least not the way she was doing it, not as hard as she did it.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk about something that's along these lines. Like, I was thinking about this. I only saw my ex-girlfriend cry one time. Isn't that crazy? She didn't even cry on that documentary. Remember?
Right. Yeah.
I know. I think it's really interesting. I've never known a girl that couldn't cry. That's my problem. I can't cry.
Right.
And I think a lot of our conflict came from the fact that she just was not emotionally available in any capacity. Like, even if you're just yelling in the street, get in the car. She didn't like respond in any way. It's like, that's actually how she inflicted her torture on people, is that there was some kind of crisis. She would just clam up and not say anything. Both my girlfriends were like this. It's like, fuck, I guess it's all up to me as always. Anyway, so what's the point of bringing this bitch up?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So check this out. Okay. So I never saw her cry. I only saw her cry one time, and I'll tell you about that in 1 second. So me and my ex-girlfriend visited California like 20 years ago because we were thinking about moving here. And I'll never forget this. We went to her hometown just to hang out with her mom for a little bit. And one night she drove me out to the guy's house who raped her. She drove me to her house. Like, we drove out to this random house in this random neighborhood. We parked out in front of it. She just lit up a cigarette and started smoking. And she goes, "You know who lives there?" I go, "Who?" She goes, "The guy that raped me." She was stalking the guy that raped her, Chris. So anyway, yeah. So this is the story of how she got raped. This is crazy because she used to tell it on podcasts like it was a funny story. I remember telling her, like, "This is not a funny story, dude. It sounds like you got raped." I think you got raped. I told her. But anyway, the story went like this. She and this guy from high school were hanging out at her house when her mom wasn't home, and they were like in her room drinking. And she said that she blacked out. When she woke up, the guy was fucking her. And she was so horrified, she barfed all over him, and then he stopped fucking her. He stopped raping her.
Yeah.
And so she used to tell this story. Dude, she used to tell this story on podcasts. Isn't that fucking crazy? Like it was just like she was ever gonna tell this story on like the your mom's house podcast. Like this is not a story to put in your repertoire. So I apologize for even telling you guys because now I'm about to ruin your night too. So so she gets raped by this guy. So not only that, but she I know it. Like she pretended like it didn't bother her, but I know it bothered her because one day I was getting gas in Metairie, Louisiana. Shout out to the Shell station in Metairie, and and she started crying when I was like outside the car, and I after I finished pumping the gas, I was like, "What the hell happened? Like, why are you crying? What's going on? Did something happen? Did someone try to attack you or something? What's going on?" And she said that when we were at the mall earlier, she saw a guy that looked like her rapist. Anyway, this is the only human moment I ever shared with her. But what's the point of this? This is the point of this. She would drive by the rapist's house. And like every time my ex-girlfriend goes back to her hometown to visit her mom, she goes and spies on this guy that raped her. She stalks him. Because he's a loser. He's a rapist. He still lives in their hometown. He didn't he didn't move away and become something. He just was sticking around town to rape the locals, the townies. The townies need to get raped too. Townies need rape too. That's the way he looks at it. But the reason I bring this up is because women they lionize their rapists. It's really sick. Like I guarantee that she's never driven by my house here in Canoga Park. You dig? She's never driven by my house here, but she's driven by her rapist's house like 100 times in her life, dude. Who knows how many fucking times she's gone and sat outside his house and smoked a cigarette. It's fucking nuts, dude. It's fucking nuts. Women lionize their abusers. That's not a unique story. It's just unique in my life, which is why I'm sharing it with you. But I assure you, this shit happens all the time. It's
I think you're right. Yeah.
It's like they're weirdly flattered that this guy would risk going to prison just to fuck them. Like, this is the only guy that really loved me. Joseph wouldn't rape me. He wouldn't go to jail for me at all. He didn't. He didn't do anything that was that was prison worthy. What an insult to her it must have been. That I didn't want her badly enough to rape her. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
There's this weird. Yeah.
It's strange behavior.
Yeah, I think it's similar to what gay dudes do because they get molested. Happy Pride, by the way. They get molested as children, and then they freak out. They're like, "Am I gay? Because I got a boner." They don't know that you just get a boner when anyone touches it. The dog could touch it, and you get a boner. That doesn't mean you're a dog fucker. It doesn't mean you're into bestiality just because a dog rubbed his foot on you and you got it while you had a boner. But that's they have to. I understand it on some level. They have to justify or understand why they got that boner around a guy. They're not gay. They never were really gay. They just don't understand why. This is what Tony Hinchcliffe struggles with every day of his life. Why did that guy touch me and now I have to be gay? I don't know. Happy Pride again, ladies and gentlemen. I got the flashing lights here to remind you that we're all under the yoke of Satan. We're all on the yoke of Satan. We're fertilizing his killing fields with our fucking blood. We're all
Mhm.
yoked up to Satan's gay gay bull or whatever you want to call it. Like after after we plow the fields, we get plowed by that big ass fucking Moloch like bull. Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. This girl, she could be the love of my life. I could be the love of hers, but she'll never ever drive out. She'll never try to even find out where I live in Canoga Park to stalk me. But her rapist, man, she can't get enough of this guy. What's he up to right now? I wonder if he's out. Is he raping someone else right now? Is he cheating on me? Are you cheating on me? Or someone else vomiting on you while you rape them? This is not acceptable.
Right.
That's the true insult. I'm sorry.
You
We'll
wanna-
change the subject. There's only so long that you can talk about rape. if you want it to be a comedy show.
Yeah. Well, these definitely aren't making it to YouTube. So.
Oh, you mean the shorts? No.
Yeah. No. Anyway, let's.
I don't even worry about that.
Yeah. True. I know. I've done many shows with you. Here's a palate cleanser, if you will.
Okay. Oh, this is great. This is my favorite video that I've seen in a long time. It seems too good to be true, right?
I feel like I gotta turn it down. Hold on. Is it AI? Maybe.
I don't think it didn't say it was AI at the little bottom. You have to check now on Twitter because they have a little thing that tells you if it's AI or not. I don't want to share AI videos if we can help it, but I think this is real. I think this is real, but this is also in Japan where they actually have this kind of weird technology for their animals.
Yeah.
They bring their animals out in public more than we do. I'm talking about not animals. I mean cats. We bring our dogs fucking everywhere in America, but not our cats.
No, not at all.
Yeah, that's a palate cleanser for sure. Actually.
Yeah.
He's like in a little spaceship, man. I don't know. What a fun little life for that cat.
Yeah, mine just chill on the couch or like under the bed or on the bed at night. But
my cats have probably only been in a car 2 times in their life, and they did not enjoy it.
Was it on the way to the vet? Is that why?
I've never taken them to the vet. I wouldn't even know how to. I can't pick them up. Like you don't understand. They're not agreeable or they've got manners.
Get them. Right. They're your cats. That's why. They're definitely.
No, I mean I would
cats.
never be able to pick them up. They would claw my face off if I picked them up and tried to carry them around somewhere. Yeah, it's something I worry about a lot. If there's like an earthquake, they're fucked. They're on their own. At least one of them is definitely on his own.
Right. Now, you want to do another palate cleanser? This like Norm video that we both saw. Where was it though?
In 2016, I made a recording of Norm Macdonald. I didn't really understand it at the time, but when I heard he died just a few years later, I went back and listened to it again. I'm rolling.
Does anybody have a cigarette? I'm not going to light it. I just want to hold it to calm me down. Thank you.
Oh, I want to say.
If a guy is really convinced.
This is by Aaron Fromm on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
ARONFROMM. I had to say it because I don't like to. I want to give this guy credit because it's a really good video.
Yeah, he's a big fish alumnus. So to explain, he did Big Fish a few times. He used to also work at Adult Swim. So I think maybe he recorded this as a part of something that they were recording Norm for something else for like maybe an actual cartoon. He just had the going.
Yeah, because Norm used to do that
levels.
He used to do that show with Mike Tyson. He played the pigeon on Adult Swim.
Exactamundo. Yeah, I would bet it was something related to that, or possibly recording a commentary track or something for that.
Right. Yeah. So, but it's just a great little animated thing. Which now that I know that he worked at Adult Swim, that makes way more sense. But just cool video. Definitely go to his YouTube and check it out.
Of an afterlife, then life becomes more and more trivial. You know, you don't spend your days denying the catastrophe to come.
You notice they
When I
animated
was
the
just
Comedy
starting out in
Store?
Comedy, I met a
I
guy
did
named
notice
Sam
that. There's
Kinison.
Paula Poundstone back there in Carrot Top.
He never made the mistake that a lot of entertainers do, which is to try to figure out what the audience wants to hear.
You suck.
Andy Dick.
Yeah.
You want to party? Fuck it, let's go. Please don't.
Those guys are always the best. The ones untethered to this world.
That's Bill. I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Who's the guy?
Than all the rest of us.
I don't know who the bald
that's
guy is
Farley.
supposed to be.
Yeah, I
No,
don't know.
the skinny guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that
He's
guy.
got
right-
he's got a ponytail.
like a ponytail and balding.
I don't know who that is.
Kinison told me there's two ways to write a joke. One, you do it like Jerry Seinfeld.
What's the deal with life cereal? Why don't we call it Odies or Squaries?
You take a little thing like cornflakes and you make it big and treat it with the utmost importance.
Oh no, this is much bigger than that.
Yeah, because even where do you get this stuff? This is from specials, right?
But the other way to do it, the better way, is you take a very, very important thing and do the opposite. Either way, it juxtaposes the absurd with the profound, and that dissonance is art.
Norm McDonald.
When he told me that, it changed my...
I mean, that's pretty interesting. And I've never heard. I mean, Norm is such an intelligent guy that it makes sense that he put it that way. Who knows if he was really told this by him or not? I don't know, but it's.
I think that's his interpretation of what Sam was doing, and I agree. You know, Carlin did it as well, and Carlin was, of course, a fan of Kinison, where he would talk about the mass deaths as if it was just no big deal.
Yeah.
You know, I like to watch people die. It's fun. I like it when a lot of people get set on fire and they're running around trying to punch the fire out and they can't get the fire out. Yeah. Exactly. I totally agree with that. And that's why Seinfeld sucks. I don't agree with these. And by the way, Carlin was the guy who invented that side too. He was the dude that first started doing observational comedy, where he was saying earlier in his career stuff like, "Hey, you ever notice that blah, blah, blah." He literally was the first guy that said, "Have you ever noticed?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we see Conan here in the audience.
Yeah, it's like it's. I like the animation style.
The whole comedy. You know, with Hitler, the more I learn about that guy, the more I don't care for him.
I always love that one.
Kinison had been a preacher, you know.
The Spirit of God! I've screamed at God at the top of my lungs.
That's where he got that wild shriek. When he died, he'd finally quit drugs.
Oh yeah, he died in a car accident.
Yeah, ironically, he died in a drunk driving accident, except he was the sober one.
Yeah.
By a fucking guy that was all stoned. It was very ironic.
Stoned or drunk?
He was drunk.
He got out of the
He was a
car,
young
walked
person,
around.
like maybe 20 years old.
Sam, are you all right?
And he said to his friend Carl LeBeau, he goes,
Oh, Carl
that's
LeBeau.
Carl.
I'm fine, I'm fine.
Yeah,
Internally, he was
that makes
bleeding,
sense.
but he looked fine. And then he says, why now? Why now? You know, and now he's talking to God. And then he smiles and he goes, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And he lies down and dies.
Carl LeBeau, yeah, his best bud.
So maybe you don't think there's Jesus Christ, but you got to know there's God. And people like Kinison, even when they die, they live forever.
Yeah.
For Sam. Amen.
Yeah.
All right.
This is cool. This whole thing is so cool. I shouldn't show the whole thing, so I'm gonna stop it now.
Yeah. You should turn it
watch
off so
the
people
rest,
go look at his
please.
channel. He has other
Yeah,
cool
go
stuff
look
on
at
there
that.
too. And actually, you
Yeah.
should go watch the earlier version of that video because the animation got way fucking better. That was the part that he changed, was the animation, not so much the
live action
audio.
stuff. Okay.
Yeah, the audio stuff. Yeah, talking about.
But definitely check it out. Anyone out there interested? Because Aaron Fromm don't. Oh, cool! My cats are chilling. They don't usually hang out together. I mean, they do. But
I know.
They don't
Look
like
at
to
them.
do it on cam. They don't like to do it on camera because they don't want to look like they're gay.
It's Pride Week or Pride Month, dude.
It's the right month for it,
dedicated,
boys.
A whole month dedicated to thinking about butt fucking. This is just sick. People need to really think about how sick this is. If you really if you straight people, especially you women, if you knew anything about the routine of an average gay dude, what he has to do to get laid, you'd be so grossed out. Even just stuff like the shaving your asshole, doing things like that, or you have to you can't eat something too close to the time where you're gonna have anal sex. You can't have shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole thing. It's gross. There's so much that's going against you when pussy is just it's so much easier to operate. It's dude, it's it's like one of those fancy can openers versus the can opener that just has the thing that you have to jab into it and stab it and then rip it up. Yeah, no, pussy just works, dude. Your dick fits in the pussy perfectly. This is crazy. I think pussies are so cool because even if your dick is small, they can scrunch up and make it fit your dick. And if your dick's too big, the pussy could expand. This is crazy. It can expand to accommodate your gigantic schlong. And here you are trying to shove it into a butthole, which was made for shit, which is usually soft. Definitely softer than a hard dick.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you think about the mechanics of it, you'll be disgusted.
But yeah, you were talking about how
all right, let me get out of this wetsuit and slip into a dry martini. Yeah, smoke some weed. There needs to be the pot version of that guy. I'll be that guy. I could have a fun mustache, right? Hey, you said you were 7. Yeah, you said you were 17. It turns out you're 15. I'll still fuck you.
The Marx Brothers, right?
The Marx Brothers, yeah.
Yeah. The only Marxism I believe in.
Yeah, me too. There's your short right there for all the MeTV crowd to chomp on. Hey, did you listen to Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal Podcast? Here's a joke for you. Here's a joke you'll get. That's what I mean. We know we're true to comedy nerds because I really do like that stuff. I like Buster Keaton. I like the Marx Brothers. I watched a bunch of their classic movies, all in a weekend or whatever, and I was like, "This is great, dude."
Is it Duck Soup? Is that the one where he becomes a dictator? Or is that?
Yeah, that's the political one I was gonna say. That's the one I saw, and I saw. I can't remember the other ones I watched, but back in the day when I was trying to be a movie buff or whatever, I wanted to teach myself about movies. So my sister had all the HBOs and the Showtimes and the Cinemax. There's fucking 20 movie channels. So I would just tape them and go watch them at her house.
Nice.
But anyway, dude, women are something else. $50,000. That's enough to buy a fucking luxury car. I wonder what you did with that money. She might still be living off that money. Isn't that crazy? My poor father.
Louisiana, you mean?
No, she lives in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay. Only thing I know about Wisconsin is I know from a comedian that's from the Midwest is that they're all drunks.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, that's totally true. Just nothing to do. And a lot of it comes down to we don't have these problems where I mean, at the dead of summer, I can still go out and hike. It's still comfortable enough to hike at certain times in the morning or at night. It's not like that in a lot of other
And
places. Most
right.
places are kind of like shitty. So in Wisconsin, for instance, it's fucking cold. They sit in the basement and just fucking get hammered all fucking day. I don't know. But that's also why there's so many great bands from the Midwest. Cheap Trick. There's nothing to do. You go into the fucking basement, you grab a fucking 24 pack, and you just jam for a few hours.
Till you
I
come
don't
up
know.
with
I mean,
something brilliant.
yeah, I wish I had done something like that in my youth instead of just being sad all the time.
I played in a band, but I played bass, so I was not a real like that much of a musician. But
I like the
and then I
bass.
never.
I think it's an important part of the thing. It's like that and the drums are
It's
the part that makes you want to wiggle your ass. You don't
yeah,
dance without the bass. Underrated.
underrated. Yeah. So, but I've been seeing these guys on YouTube that like this guy that can do slap bass, and he's one of the best slap bass, like better than I
Les
don't know who people
Claypool?
think.
Les
No, no,
there's
it's
no
just
one
some.
there's no one better than Les Claypool.
I don't know this kid on YouTube. It's just some British kid that's really good at bass. Um,
Dude,
because
that's
he
what I
is
like about YouTube, man. I love like watching these little weird video channels. I can't That's what I want my channel to be like, where people are just like, oh, check it out. This guy's taping himself going grocery shopping, or this guy taught himself how to play War Pigs on the bass, and he's just gonna play along with
yeah,
the record. Dude, I spent a lot of time peeking. It's almost like a voyeuristic situation where you're like peeking in on these strangers, but you like it. But it's wholesome still. It's not creepy
yeah,
because they're like teaching themselves how to play the bass.
yeah. Well, that and like I don't know how long the genre can last, but people watching movies for the first time is interesting to me.
Yeah,
But
reaction.
I also know like most of them must be lying because there's no way you can be like an adult and not have seen certain things.
Well, the ones you had to listen to are the ones that are like, black guy listens to Mr. Bungle for the first time, and then he's like,
Yeah,
"Whoa, what the fuck is this shit?" Those are the
yeah,
ones that are great. The ones
that's
I don't,
real.
the ones I think are fake are the ones where it's like two hot chicks lounging around watching The Sopranos and pretending like they don't know what the beats are.
Yeah,
Dude, and
for sure.
when the TV show is coming out, everyone knew the spoilers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I could see maybe like older shows, yes, but maybe not older movies because there's just certain movies that you if you didn't know about your parent or someone in your family would have at least said, "Hey, you got to see it." You know,
Mhm.
like I don't know. There are sheltered people that really don't know things. Like one of my favorite channels to watch is this lady called the um, Charismatic Voice is what her channel is, and she's this lady that actually just sang classical opera her whole life, and then now she's listening to like classic rock, and she's blown away by how talented they are. I'm like, that's real because she's like an opera nerd that listened to like classical music and classical opera. You know, that's pretty much it. That was her profession, and now she's like teaching people how to sing better and realizing like classic rock vocals are really good.
Yeah, I know they should make her listen to some Iron Maiden. That's all. It
I
all
think she
sounds like.
has.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, now I'm getting sleepy. Let's get going.
Oh yeah. Uh, okay, so no more Norm. So that was awesome. Did you see what's happening in Belfast? I'm not going to show the.
Ouch! Ouch! Sorry, just 1 second.
Oh,
Sorry.
is your
My
cat?
Yeah, she just climbed up on me and she clawed her fucking way up my leg. I don't know why she thought that was a good idea.
Yeah. Um, but in Belfast, I'm not going to show the video that started this all, but you know, people are going nuts, like burning stuff down.
It's about fucking time. All it
Yeah.
took was a guy getting his fucking head chopped off in front of the police who just stood there and did shit for them to
Mhm.
finally wake up. And I can't believe it took it that to be that extreme. Every day I always think about opening fire on these fucks.
Yeah.
Dude, how about,
Yeah.
you know, you don't need to decapitate me for me to hate you. How about you just go outside and play music without a fucking without headphones on? How's that sound? That's enough for you to die for me. That was enough to radicalize me. Was the fact that I could never go outside anywhere without hearing some fucking dumbass rap song
Mm-hmm.
and some fucking dumb
Oh,
foreign language.
and I think you sent me this with it was at the Black Crows where they're
Oh yeah, these
playing.
guys finished off the rest of their career. This is done, dude. They shot their mouth off on stage about Trump or something, about the United States sucks or something, and now like it immediately affected their their attendance records. Like, dude, this is crazy. Actually, I felt sad because like we can't play the song that's on, but it's one of their biggest hits, and there's no one there, no one, and the people that are there are not dancing, they're not singing along. They look like they're just watching TV. They look bored as fuck.
Yeah.
They just need to give it up to Black Crows. I hope that this is enough to let them know it's done. It's done. We don't need any more of this shit. 40 fucking years of the Black Crows. That's enough. I don't need any more, dude. 40 fucking years of this lame ass white band pretending to be black. Big fucking deal.
Oh, they
It's
got
even in
some
the stupid
people.
fucking name. This is the very front. And I guarantee what really happened, because I've been to shows like this, is no one showed up. No one paid for the expensive front seats. They were all empty. And then when the Black Crows got on, they were so self-conscious. They said, hey, everybody, come on, move up. We got empty seats up here. Come on. But yeah, if nothing else, they lost all their big money people because there's no one at that show. That's unheard of, honestly, to go to a show that is that underattended. And then it's so quickly. They just ran their mouths off last week.
Right. Well, you know, I
know.
think a lot of artists these days need to realize that nobody really cares what you think about anything. Just do your thing. Do the thing we like you for. I don't need to hear your opinion
I did not pay.
anything.
I did not pay to hear your opinion. I paid to hear
Yeah.
Remedy or Hard to Handle. Didn't fucking pay to listen to your opinions or hear you talk about. I don't want to hear you talk about fucking shit. Don't talk at all when at the rock concert. Here's some fucking music. Okay, you want to get up? You getting up?
Is that Dee Dee?
Yeah. Up. See, now this one I think I can take to the fucking bed. Okay. this one I could get into the car at least. I don't think I can get it into the box, but I could get her into the car and take her to the vet, I think. But yeah, the other cat would freak out if he even saw what's going on right now. It's like not. This is beyond his pay grade, I guess. Please don't. God, I see. This is why I have to lock the door. I have to lock the door every week, so you guys don't have to see what my life is really like. It really is like having a toddler or something. But this toddler's smarter and also like really like agile. He can jump on shit and get away real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, buddy?
Nice.
I was like, can you hear it, Carl?
No.
First, what's it called? Main character syndrome?
Yeah.
Watch, people already fell down.
I don't know what this is, but she's annoying.
It was the end of some race, and she jumped literally right into the middle of it. And her just jumping into the middle of it was enough that like 5 people fell down immediately before they even got to her, and she was totally oblivious to it. What a fucking dipshit! They call that main character syndrome.
Right.
We see it constantly in public now, where people just start going out. Did you happen to load up this video where this woman is in the Vatican? She's in the church in the Vatican and starts singing really loudly.
No, I didn't see that one. I missed it. Well, how
that's
did I find
okay.
it? Okay.
I sent it to you. I texted it to you. But beyond that, down. Did you guys enjoy that? I should start a circus act, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah. So it's the best example I've ever seen of main character syndrome, because she didn't even understand what the problem was. She was in the Vatican and she started like going, "Oh, say can you see?" You know how black ladies sing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Did you find it? Did you see it in the text messages?
I'm looking. I don't see it. Let's see. No, not yet. Well, what was it? What, like? Oh man. No, I don't see it.
That's okay. I probably explained it just right. But the point is that she kept singing about Jesus in there, and then a priest had to tell her to stop twice. And then the second time, I loved this moment. She turns around to the people that she's bothering and she goes, "I'm sorry." But she wasn't apologizing for her behavior. She was apologizing that she wasn't allowed to continue singing. She's like, "I'm sorry I couldn't finish that for you. I know you're really into that." This is outrageous fucking shit. But yeah, you see this stuff on the fucking train all the time. At least it's the train and not the fucking church where people are trying to pray and whatnot.
Right.
But you see this shit on the train. I remember there's a specific guy in LA that would always be in downtown area on the red line, and he had a guitar with him. He would get on the guitar and he blocked the fucking door, so literally no one could leave, and then he just starts singing his terrible songs. They never have the common sense to just learn how to play All We Are Saying. Give us a sing-along, damn it. Why the fuck are you singing originals? Do fucking Bohemian Rhapsody if you want to make some fucking money on the fucking train busking. Learn how to play a Michael Jackson song, god damn it. What's so hard about this?
Is he a white guy?
He is a fucking white guy. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
That's
I see that guy every day.
No, it's how aggressive he is at this. And who's giving this goddamn guy money to harass you on the train every day? It's outrageous. And then I would see this, people would clap sometimes for him. It's sort of like when people clap at the movies when the movie's over. George Lucas isn't here right now. What are you clapping for? You clapping for the projector? Did he do a good job? Because George Lucas isn't here right now. That reminds me, that Crazy Carrie did something really funny on our first date or something, or whatever we would call it. It was kind of like a first date where we went to a movie together, but she wouldn't sit with me, and also later she pulled a knife on me.
Yeah, this sounded doomed from the start.
I loved it. I was so excited when she pulled the knife. I was like, this is just like on TV when shit happens. But what I liked about that situation was she did something really funny where we went to see the movie Zombieland, and when the movie ended, she got up and started clapping, and then everyone else in the theater started clapping. And then before she pulled the knife on me, she was like, "How'd you like that?" And she liked it when I made all those idiots clap for the movie. I loved it. I liked it. And then one other time we were driving around, she was all drunk because she was always drunk. And we saw some frat boys, and she stuck her head out the window at the frat boys, and she yelled out, "I aborted your son."
Well, at least she's not boring.
No, dude, she was hilarious, but definitely not wifey material.
No.
But I love that. I loved the way she phrased it. "I aborted your son." She made it clear that it was your firstborn son and not a girl. It's funny girl, clever gal.
She would only say she aborted the girl to a Chinese fraternity. Anyway,
to a sorority sister. Yeah, they'd high five her if they were dudes in China.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the kind of girl I like to date. At least, I have to say, personality plus. The personality goes a long way with me. If you could do some funny shit for me to talk about later on a podcast, that would be really helpful. Really, because not a lot of girls are actually pretty boring when you think about it. Most girlfriends you have don't do anything interesting. Like they just. Right. I'm serious. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm not saying my girlfriends are boring, but sometimes they really were. They didn't do anything. They didn't cheat on you. They didn't steal money from you. Did it push you down the stairs or steal your cat?
Oh, dude, that would be it. I would hate that. that would piss me off. But
Mm-hmm. Well, now you're attached to them. It's because the scent from their litter box has somehow gotten into your brain. I forget what this is called, but I'm not even making this up.
it's a disease that affects cat
It's a
owners. Yeah.
It's a parasite. No, it's not even a disease. It's a parasite. And I'm starting to
Oh, right.
wonder if maybe all these things are parasites. AIDS has got to be a parasite.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I'm saying. When you're fucking around with your asshole all the time, why wouldn't worms get in there? Oh, shit. Have you ever heard that conspiracy theory that gay dudes are controlled by worms that are inside of them? Think about it. Why
No.
don't listen? Why else would they eat ass? Worms are controlling their minds and making them want to eat assholes, where all the fecal matter is, which is what worms like to eat. You know,
That is
these
a good
worms
point.
are trapped in their colons. I'm not even joking. This is actually a real conspiracy theory, and I don't know anything about it. I wish I did, but it's really fucking
Yeah.
intriguing. Imagine if you like. You just had worms in your stomach, but instead of you getting thinner, you just craved cock. Because I always want to get a worm, like a tapeworm or something, so I could lose some weight. But when you get the tapeworm, and now you're just eating jizz, the tapeworm's gay. It's a gape worm. It's a gape worm. Is this too
That
vulgar
is-
for a short? This is clever shit.
I think I'd cut it off.
Bleep.
I'd cut it off before the gape worm part.
That's the best part, dude. That
I
was the
know.
most clever, vulgar pun you'll ever hear. A gape worm, and I didn't even go where I really wanted to go, which was rape worm. I was gonna say, what worm's gonna do a child's ass? It's a rape worm.
Oh. that is.
See, I tied the conversation into a little bow. Now we don't have to talk about Pride Week anymore. Shit.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of companies aren't doing it as much as they were in years past. So,
dude, last year especially was quiet, and a bunch of the Pride Weeks, excuse me, the Pride parades have been canceled.
Yeah.
The only one that did not get canceled here in the area was the one in WeHo, and guess who had a float in the WeHo parade?
I don't know.
The world famous Comedy Store, where
Oh.
everyone's a closet case. I should have looked at the pictures more closely, but I'm a lazy fuck. Because I should have seen how many in the closet homos were on this thing versus actual gay dudes. I've talked about this before, but I want to say it again. If you're out and you're like an actual gay dude who's proud of himself, celebrates your pride on Pride Month, they bully you at the Comedy Store. All these closet cases bully the actual gay dudes. It's really sick because that's exactly why they won't come out of the closet. It's because of bullies. That's sick. That's not cool at all. That's why I'm glad I don't go there anymore. That's just sick. The participating in the gay pride parade is almost a fucking insult to actual gay dudes, as far as I'm fucking concerned. I want to be clear on this point too. I have mad respect for actual out of the closet gay dudes. Because check it out, man. Especially if you live in a place like fucking Paraguay or, or Guatemala, you have my respect in spades. I wouldn't do that shit. Never. I would never have the balls to be gay. And like in China or some fucking place like that, where they will literally, or some Muslim country will throw you off a fucking building. I have mad respect for you fuckers. But your closeted counterparts, I find sneaky and creepy and predatory, and I don't like them at all.
Right. You heard it
I say,
here
no,
first.
ma'am. No, ma'am. Be yourself if you want to be my friend. I don't want any phonies around me. Fakers.
Yeah, I think that's the main issue. Well, that and the raping, but mostly the
child rape. The child rape. Man, you might have to edit the shit out of this one. We don't really usually edit for content, but too much rape talk is too much rape talk. Dude, you should cut out all the rape chunks and then just make like a little special that we could give to the Patreon people. Like, if you pay for this Patreon, we will punish you. You put any money in my pocket to make t-shirts, I'll punish you. I'll put your name on the back of the t-shirt. Shame you. Need to think of some funny slogans for t-shirts, by the way, because I already talked to you about what I want for the front picture, but that's too easy. There needs to be something funny. It needs to be a rotating needs to be rotating slogans so that people can choose which annoying phrase they want. I don't know. I have written some down, but I can't think of them off the top of my head,
Oh yeah.
because of this stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe I'll definitely do that. I need to I need to come up with slogans because usually I don't know. I'm only good off the cuff. When I try and write things down, I'm not as good. I think, like
Oh, welcome to Hollywood.
where nobody writes anything.
I would say you're gonna have to start writing something down eventually in Hollywood.
Right.
I think
Yeah, like
everybody else
contracts.
thinks that. Well, everybody else thinks they're gonna find someone that'll just do it for them. Someone else, when I get a manager, they'll link me up with a writer. My writer
No, they
will write
don't.
my jokes.
No,
Yeah,
they don't.
no, that doesn't happen at all. Like you really
No.
are on your own. Dude, a lot of these people aren't even smart enough to steal jokes. Because as much as I hate the joke thieves, at least they were smart enough to recognize I write good jokes. Because the bookers didn't. Like, saying, Chris, that's actually the highest form of compliment. They do your act every night on the road. Holy shit, cool. How much am I making on the road right now? There's like a ghost version of me out there performing. Well, he's fatter and looks gayer. Can you believe that? But it's
Oh,
true.
is it-
He's fatter and gayer. I saw him the
What's
other.
his-
He's on. I won't say his name, but
Right.
he was on my mind because I saw his tribute to a comedy guy that recently died, and I was like, I don't believe any of this bullshit. Whenever a comedian dies that's at least moderately popular, everybody has to jump in and pretend like they were the best friends of all time. Oh,
Yeah.
and then of course the story is only when you really get to the meat of it. The story is like, oh, we actually met one time. Oh, and when people were talking about this dead guy, they were posting all these pictures, and I saw all these old people from the comedy scene, like Juan Gico. Do you remember Juan Gico?
No.
Try to guess what color Juan Gico was.
A very scary color.
Black. Yeah, you got it.
Sorry,
Juan
that's a
Gico
Norm
was
bit.
Juan Gico was a super black dyke. It was really interesting to see all these people that I hated back in the past. And I was like, well, that's why comedy was never going to work for me. And it was really hard. It is really hard to find your crew, your your tribe in Hollywood, because everybody's real sleazy here. You make a lot of fair weather friends where you're super good friends with them for like 6 months. I'm talking the best of friends. You hang out at every mic, you smoke weed together. I mean, I'll just smoke weed with anybody, right? I have done it with anybody, like homeless people, but now I'd be more picky. I'm definitely picky with the comics I smoked weed with. Do you dig?
Mm-hmm.
So why was it not possible to maintain friendships with these people?
Because they'd have to have
I
souls
don't-
first.
Well, I was gonna say I don't see them maintaining friendships with too many other people besides me either.
Yeah.
So I will say this, Chris. Yeah, it's a lot easier to maintain the real friendships you have with normal people outside of comedy
Yeah.
who are just
for
kind of
sure.
marginally interested in your comedy, but
Mhm.
aren't in competition with you, I guess. And I never felt like I was in competition with anybody. Who's in competition
Yeah,
with me? No one says the crazy. They never say the crazy shit I say. Who's my competition?
Nobody. Yeah, you're. It's not a competition against anyone really. It's just a competition of can you be better than you were yesterday.
Yeah.
Really, that's it. But everybody thinks that if maybe I don't know who these, but I've seen it so many times where they think maybe if I just fuck this guy over, it'll help my career. But then it ends up just making you look bad. At least I think so.
Well, you just lost a friend. You don't make
Yeah.
a lot of friends. I think about that too, because it's like these people that fucked me over, they didn't do anything. We watched that video with my ex-girlfriend. Her life is not. My life is better somehow. She never went anywhere, and that was
Yeah.
because she just ran her fucking mouth the whole time. I've been thinking about this too, because I need to stop running my mouth so much, because no one cares. No one even knows who the people are that we rant about. I'm sure that there's probably like 5 of you that are extreme comedy fans or fellow comedians that watch every week. But yeah, I'm complaining about the book or the Comedy Store, but it's like you don't know who they are. It was really just more for me to bond with our guests. I was like, "Oh, you know her too. Let's get her." Oh, by the way, I wanted to say, just as a side note, I love these podcasts that we do live with guests. They're really fun. It's really cool, first of all, to not have any of the fucking pressure on either of us. The pressure's on the goddamn guests. They know. I feel like they know it. They need to perform because everyone has been up to a higher standard than usual podcasting you hear. People, I thought everybody was on top of the game of their game. That everyone had cool stories to tell. That's a big deal because we need these for the. I'm talking too much about stuff I should talk to you about. We're not recording, but
yeah, I know. I'm like nobody. Cares,
this is not for the not for the audience to listen to. But
it's okay. It's at the
I don't
end
know.
of the show. Nobody listens to this.
I'm pretty. That's okay. Cool then, because I'm pretty excited about the guests so far. Because I was super scared. I was super nervous because the guests were so bad on We Three Trolls. There was really only. I'm not kidding. Like 3 good guests. Total.
Wow.
Total. Because those Comedy Store people are just not funny, and they are way worse than our friends are about talking about the process. And
right.
You know, name dropping. And I thought it was funny that when Johnny name dropped, it was people that we know, but literally no one else would have heard of. So we were just talking shit for fun. It really was just male. It was just male bonding. But anyways, I love that shit. Super cool. I can't wait. And so, like I was saying before, we have 3 people we can rely on in the future if we ever need a guest that we know are going to be good. And that's 3 for 3. That's so fucking cool. We have 1 more on Friday. We'll be going live on Friday. I'm going to try to promote the podcast on the podcast. Do some meta shit. We're going to podcast live again on Twitter on Friday. I think this is going to be more listened to because people might listen to it while they're at work and they're bored or driving home.
I think so too. I think you're right. But
I don't know. We might be learning a little lesson here.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole point.
To do it.
We're just learning how to do things, and it doesn't really matter if we make mistakes at this stage because we're not big enough to where it matters. So it's all a learning process, and I figure we're doing pretty good. I mean, all the metrics say we're doing better than 90% of the people in our viewership range or whatever on like all the channels we have. So we must be doing something right. I mean, we're building organically. We're not buying views like some other people do. So that's good.
You know, we haven't even bought advertising, which is something I've thought about.
Yeah, I was like maybe down the line a little bit, but I was thinking about
making a excuse me. Should be making like some kind of a trailer or something. I don't know. You know, I was looking. The one thing that was cool about the We Three Trolls is I made 3 really good themes. There were 3 good theme songs, but then the visuals for that for each theme song were specific to each theme song. I really want to duplicate that again, but with you and me.
Oh yeah.
I think we could do a better job of it because they were lazy ass shitheads that were not willing to whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But I think we've reached the hour, so
no, dude, we have to go for at least 5 more minutes. Don't you remember? You went to the bathroom at some point. I think I went to around the corner to do something with my cat or something.
Yeah. Well, but we could always end early. It's not a big deal.
Nah, fuck that. I want to give the people. I want to give the 14 people their money's worth.
Okay.
Maybe they're having a bad day at work, or maybe they're commuting. Because if I were them, I would listen to the podcast while I was coming home from work. You don't need to see us. You know what I mean? You can like stick us in the corner while you're watching the road and just kind of gaze in our direction occasionally.
Right. All right.
Maybe we should already quit. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit drunk, Chris. I drank 3 drinks while we were podcasting tonight.
Yeah. No. It's rare form. It's good. But I just wanted to say that I hope you have a good weekend. I'll see you Friday, so not that long from now. But I hope the rest of you have a good weekend, and thank you so much.
We'll see you Friday too. Don't forget, guys. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Who's our guest?
It's Dino Archie, a friend of mine that we used to rep at my work. So as a comic, but anyway,
he's a real comedian. We're gonna get a real comedian on here for a change.
Yeah. All right. Have a good night.